Hey there, it's Kyle with your website review video. First of all, I wanted to thank you for booking the gig. And second of all, I wanted to commend you for your progress on your site so far. Building a website, especially an e-commerce website, is not a simple task, and it is a constantly evolving and changing animal that will always be something that you will always be learning about. It's going to teach you new things about business, about how to sell, about technology, and all those things that that a business can do for you. So. Again, I just wanted to commend where you are and where you've come so far. I know you mentioned that you haven't gotten any sales yet, but at least you have a website up and you can always do things to help yourself get sales. I want to start out with this, however, by talking a bit about how and why people use websites and use the web to find what they need. The main reason I think you're not getting sales, at least at this point, is that here's the thing: when somebody's on the web, what happens is we are in a certain sort of frame of mind, and I call that problem-solving mode. When we're searching on the web, when we're looking to buy a product online, we are typically in problem-solving mode. Now, what that means basically is that we use places and search functions like Google to make searches on the web. Does that make sense? So I don't typically, when I search, I don't look for online store. Do you see what I mean there? I don't look for an online store. I look for specific problems that I look for specific products that solve my problems and help me achieve my goals. Let's say I'm looking for, let's go look at a product that you have. Shop. Okay. Okay, so there are some bags here. Okay, so I'm looking for a, is that a tote, a leather tote? Let's call that a women's leather tote. So I don't look for store. So I look for women's leather tote. And so I met with all sorts of bags and different retailers and that sort of thing. Of course, these are the organic searches, but you can also rank in the ads over here very easily as well. So just something to be aware of. But it looks like you have good products here. You know, it looks like you have nice stuff, but here's the challenge, is that I don't know how specifically you're getting people to your website. I don't know how you're specifically getting buyers to your website. One thing I don't see also is I don't see any sort of description. I don't know the size of the bag. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get it. I don't know any of those sorts of things. So what this is about now is that you have the products, that you have the store. It's about linking people in a way that's meaningful and beneficial to them. I am in a problem-solving mode. It's Christmas. I'm looking for a women's leather tote for my girlfriend, and I just want to find a place that's going to get it to me quickly, that's going to be reliable, it's going to be inexpensive. And do you see all those things, how that works? And that's the psychology that you need to think about whenever you're designing your products. Putting products on a web store and having a checkout system isn't enough. Do you see what I mean by that? We need a clear, focused, approach to how we market our website and our store. Do you have any sort of focus to your store? Is it a certain sort of product? Okay, I see a ton of bags. Let's go keep looking through here. Is it specifically bags? Okay, so you've obviously spent some time to put in some products here. New arrivals, monthly specials. Okay, so is this at least maybe at this point this is just bags? So do you see where I'm going here? Just sort of getting an idea. And here's the thing: if it's taken me this long to figure out what's happening on your site, your customers won't care to stay around that long. We have between 7 and 30 seconds to capture the attention of our visitors. Some people say it's even shorter. We have that amount of time to capture the attention of our visitors and prove that what we have for them is valuable. And we need to capture their attention long before they're ever actually going to buy a product from us. You see what I mean by that? We need to say, hey, this is the right site. We've got the selection, we've got the deals, and most importantly, what it is that you specialize in. Every store on the web typically does better by specializing. Glitzy and glamorous, that's fine for a domain name, that's fine, but it doesn't have any immediate value to me as a potential customer. I don't even know what this is. Is it a store? You see what I mean by that? So the next thing I suggest, let's go back to your homepage, is using headlines and bullet points to show very quickly and powerfully what it is that you sell. So I see, these images that, you can kind of just get off of the web. They don't really have any meaning to me. I can see it's Christmas, but again, that doesn't add any value to me as a shopper. That really doesn't do much. Depending on whether your market's more feminine or masculine or male or female, that may change for you and your approach may be different. But here's the thing: is I've been on your site now for, let's just say I'm going to refresh your page, and I've now been on your site for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and the clock's ticking, and I see glitzy and glamorous, and I'm scrolling. And keep a note: most people won't scroll when they come to your site if they don't see immediately something that's beneficial to them. Do you see where I'm going with that? So those are things you want to be aware of. I don't know if you're delivering traffic to your homepage or if you're delivering traffic to very specific products on your site. That's going to make a difference, of course. But a well-rounded, holistic, well-branded website will convey trust, will inspire people to buy, will make them want to do business with you. Do you see what that means? Branding on the web is your ability to create a meaningful, memorable, and valuable experience for your customers, and one that they're going to want to come back and experience again. And again, this is nothing that it's going to happen overnight. This is a process that you're learning about. This is something that you're going to evolve and change over time, and it's going to do all those things for you. But it's not an overnight process. The amount of information that you can learn, in a certain amount of time is limited. So unless you have a considerable amount of money to hire experts to have all of these experienced people come in and do this, you're going to have to do it on your own, and you're going to have to do it a step at a time. So, whatever the case may be, you have more than enough intelligence and knowledge to do this and see this through to profitability if you want to. It's just a matter of if you're going to apply the right strategies and follow things that work that people are already doing. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to listen to people who have built successful websites. Listen to people who understand what it takes to sell online, and find those people, trust them, listen to them, and follow their advice, and you'll eventually get it. It's not going to happen overnight, that sort of thing, if you follow me. But as I mentioned, the clock's ticking. I've been on the website now for a couple seconds. It's Christmas time again, which means gift time to celebrate your loved ones on this festive season and give her a gift. So there's my first instance that this is about a female. Do you see what I mean? Joy and long-lasting memories. I don't see anything about, okay, so here we go. With a genuine leather handbag, a luxurious gift of quality and prestige. Okay, so it's taken me that long to find out what the site's about. A genuine leather handbag. This should be up at the very top. Glitzy and glamorous, discount luxury handbags. Do you see what I mean? People use headlines and bullet points at the top of websites in big, large print to orient themselves and to find out what the site's about quickly. They're not going to scroll. They're not going to click a page. They're going to look for headlines. So that's something you want to be aware of, focus on, and become very good at creating if this is something you want to do. So, that should get you started. There's probably some other stuff we can go into here. Let's see what we got. So I'm just sort of looking for things that catch my eye, things that I might have some questions about. Shop. Privacy policy. I would limit this down to a few buttons. This is just a little bit too much information. I would do the about needs to be further down the line in order of left to right of importance. Home, shop is definitely the next important thing. Let's go to the about us page though. Okay, so here's what we need front and center. This should be on your home page. Why can't I highlight your text on your website? That seems strange. Okay, anyhow. Glitzy and glamorous stock. This should be on the front of your site. It's actually just have it backwards. Did you notice? I don't care to go to your About Us page. You know what I mean? I'm a selfish customer that wants a product for cheap. That's who I am. I'm a visitor on your website, and I don't care about you or your business per se unless I believe that your products are valuable to me. And then maybe I'll think about clicking your About Us page. But that's the kind of information you need to have the front and center of your homepage, of wherever people land on your site. Even if that's in a product page, that paragraph that was in your About Us page should be in every single one of these descriptions, because people in Google will deliver people right to these pages specifically. So do you see where I'm going with that? All right, so in this product, I see that you've added a bit of a description. That's great. Something you're going to want to fill out for each product, that sort of thing. I see you have a large line of products here. You may want to think about limiting that down some. I don't know what your supply chain is like, but sometimes selling more products can cause your customers to actually buy less because they have decision anxiety and they don't want to buy. They won't buy because they don't quite have. They feel like they have to decide from so many things that here's what happens. They actually decide. They actually don't do anything at all. It's weird. You see what I mean by that? Instead of making a decision from all of the decisions, they get overwhelmed and they actually leave your site. So you want to be careful. Pick the best stuff, the best products at the best value, and sell those. Really focus on 10 products as opposed to having 150 products where you don't focus on any of them very well. Do you see what I mean by that? So that's an age-old business tactic and something you want to be aware of and something you want to implement because you're only one person or however many people are helping you. There's only so much time in a day and only so much effort you can put into this. So you need to become more focused and more dialed into what you're doing. And that will help you get results faster. So yeah, I think you've got a lot of potential here. You've got a site, that could potentially be good. Again, I don't know what kind of budget you have, but I would recommend a more modern design. You've gotten it to this point. I don't want to say you did a bad job because this is where you are. There's no judgment about it. There's no saying you did a bad job because this is you did what you could with what you had. Here you are. Now, how can we make this better? One, we use content in headlines to help people immediately understand what's happening. I don't see a purse until I'm way down on the page. I should see products right away on a page. That should happen quickly. I need to immediately know what you're here to do and why you're here to do it. And when you do that on every single page of your website, even if it seems repetitive, that's okay. Repetitive is not a bad thing on a website. So be repetitive about it. Tell your story. Use your strengths. It's obvious you guys have good stuff going on here. You have sourced outstanding leather handbags, captured in stunning design and colors. Yeah, that's all great stuff and things you need to be very proud about and wave it around, at the top of the mountain. Do you see what I mean by that? Be proud about all of this. This is everything. This should be on every single page and every product description page of your site. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? I'm really helping you create a memorable and powerful brand. And that's really what it takes to create a sustainable business online. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Make these changes. Most importantly, the only changes that are going to work are the ones that you actually take action on and do. If you have any questions, I know I talk quickly, let me know. I'm happy to answer any that you have, and I do wish you the best of luck. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.